So it had been 4 months since I decided to leave my house from California. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I am glad you guys are here, and today I have a special video. As you know from my previous video, I'm gonna be cycling from California, basically stepping out of my door, out of my house, and cycling a couple countries to get to my grandma's house in Nicaragua and knocking on her door, just so I can have a fresh cup of coffee with some pan dulce from Nicaragua. That shit is delicious. And I had made it all the way to Zacatecas. I still needed quite a bit to go to Ocotal, there in the green arrow, to my grandma's house. While in Zacatecas, I met this pretty cool dude. His name was Ari, but he goes by Ari Safari on his Instagram. And what's really cool about him is that he's biked all of Canada and was on his way to Argentina. The day I met him, he had done 25,000 kilometers. We spent the day together. This is him and I at a restaurant, and we also saw his bike, which is the Beasley build. Look at that build right there, over 25,000 kilometers. Ari is also really good about documenting, so he had a full blog where he writes all his adventures. Through Mexico, I met amazing people. This is a lady, Gris, family member that let me stay at her house for 4 days. I also met a couple of workers that gave me food, and they were hyped to see me on the streets. I met Doug, who's from Colorado and was cycling to Oaxaca, and hands down, this lady had the fresh homemade tortillas that were the best. And this guy made the best whiskey, which I got really drunk with. She gave me some delicious coffee and chocolates. I attended a few of the cultural dances and celebrations in honor of Mexico's Independence Day, which was really cool. But after being in Mexico for 3 months, to be honest, I was ready to leave Mexico into a different country. But before then, I headed towards the beach in order to get one more beach day. And in the beach, I met this gentleman here who let me camp at his house, and he sang a song for me.
Estoy a medio camino de la jornada. Para llegar a mi Cristo, donde será mi morada.
After spending some time in Mexico, I decided to head south and cross the border into Guatemala. Crossing the border into Guatemala was a little bit of a pain. I made a video about it, so I put it in the link description below so you can check it out. But it's actually a pretty interesting story, and I think you should take a look at it. But in Guatemala, I was excited because my family was gonna come to see me, my wife was gonna join me in my biking journey, and my cousin was gonna spend a few days with us.
Let's get a thumbs up for the elephant. The baby elephant's been strapped to this bike from the Bay Area, California, all the way to the border to Guatemala. Thumbs up, baby. Baby elephant is a true hero. Do you guys smell that? It smells like Guatemala. Guatemala is just 60 miles that way, 100 kilometers away. After 4 months in Mexico, I am going to cross that border today. I am so excited, but nervous because it's a freaking pandemic. It's 2021 October, and we'll see what they tell me when I go try to cross that border. They're probably gonna ask me to take a test. Who knows? Trying to steal my bike, JK. Hopefully not. That's like a cyclist's worst nightmare. But anyways, we're gonna make it across that border.
Calm down before you stress up the groove. The energy a little different when the blessings accrue. Hey, who you talking to? Just know I ain't no regular fool. Could be anywhere, but I can never be you because I stand tall like I'm on my tiptoes, baby. You think a little too small. I got big goals, baby. Ain't where the money at? Look, I just need the info. Pronto, I go and get it and split it with my kinfolk daily, and I'm I might change my number on you. Yeah, that's how you react when people took a slumber on you. On the brown skin, baby, I can see the summer on you. You see all the red and the don't you? I ain't surprised at all. Seen them rise and fall. Went up the mountain, it wasn't hard to climb at all. At the top, I found some relief. I finally got some peace. Carry on, but please don't mess up the mood.
Welcome to Lago Atitlan here in Santa Cruz de la Laguna, a small little pueblo in the mountains of Guatemala. This lagoon is gorgeous. There's tons of pueblos over there. There's a few down there. That is actually a volcano right there. So there's around 3 volcanoes tucked in the back. And we're staying in this nice, beautiful Airbnb that we booked here in the mountains for $35 a day. You cannot beat that. My bike's over here. My bike's good to go. And now my wife's gonna join me for the trip. So she flew out and my cousin flew out and brought the bike. So she has another Surly that we're gonna be assembling that's in that bag right there. So after this, we're gonna hit the road and get out of Guatemala on the way towards Honduras. But this here is gorgeous.
No, I need it, beat it, before you mess up the mood.
We're in a small town here, or pueblo, more like in Guatemala. We're making our way to the border. We're about 90 miles away from the border, and we're passing these dirt tracks. Beautiful small pueblos around here. The community is really nice, but we have to get out of these mountains back into the main road so we can make it to where we're gonna stay tonight, which is around 30 miles away, which is around 56 kilometers. So not too bad, but there's a lot of hill climbing today. But we're getting it though. We're moving along. Small little town, small little pueblo out here in Guatemala called Guayacán, and we just stopped for the day, actually for the night, because we've been biking out of Guatemala City, and we got a room in this eco-tourist hotel. Very beautiful and peaceful. You can see the coconut trees, tons of mango trees on the back, soccer field, just tucked here in the mountains. They have a restaurant on site. Very chill place here, so we're gonna spend the night here, get some rest so we can move forward here. We're making our way to the border. We're about 200 miles out to the border here, so it's been a good little town. We walked around, got some food. Now time to relax. We are about 25 miles into our biking trip. Need about 18 miles to go today. Very peaceful out here. We're hitting some dirt tracks again, and this is what we like to see. Some peace and quiet and some fresh air just skating by with some birds flying in the sky. Courtney, what is today?
Today is border crossing day.
Border crossing day.
Yay!
Where are we crossing the border?
Honduras.
Into Honduras. What is the border name?
El Florido.
El Florido.
Oh, El Florido.
Oh, you said it right. I think it was right.
No, I think it was
mispronounced it.
definitely wrong.
So we're crossing into our Florido today, heading our way to Copan Ruinas, where we're gonna go stay at a butterfly sanctuary.
Yeah, Mayan Hills Hotel.
Mayan Hills Hotel. Goodbye, Mama Brenda. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to stay, right next to the border here. If you're crossing into Honduras, I recommend coming through this border because the traffic is lower and the people are nice. So let's get moving. Another border crossing under our books. There's the border crossing right there. You really can't film at the border. We officially checked out of Guatemala and we have checked into Honduras. Now we just need to cross the checkpoint over there and we're in Honduras. Go get some breakfast out in Honduras. Alright, time to get some food. Park that bad boy. After spending so many weeks through Guatemala, we were officially in Honduras and I was so excited. We were gonna make our way from the top of the border down to the Nicaraguan border. But until then, we were gonna appreciate Honduras for what it is. Coming here, people said it was gonna be dangerous, so we were worried. But once we got there, we were met with nothing but nice people. We did horseback riding. We made sure every pueblo we went to go explore. We went to a few coffee farms. We checked out a few waterfalls. Overall, Honduras was just freaking beautiful and epic. Even the mountains were lush green. Everything about it, I just loved it. It's very similar to Nicaragua in a sense, but completely different from Guatemala. So we biked all of Honduras. We had to hitchhike 2 times because of broken bikes, but we pedaled through it. It was around 300 miles to go all the way through Honduras, but eventually, with persistence, we made it to the border with Nicaragua. But here you have the bikes on the side right here, and we're taking a break and just eating and going to the restroom out in Mother Nature. And my beard was getting really long at this point. I hadn't shaved it. It was really long. I was worried I was gonna get some fleas on that, but nothing ever happened, and actually helped me protect my face. But eventually, through great hustle, we made it. Today is the last day. We make it to Nicaragua. We stayed in this small hotel here last night in this town called El Paraíso. This town is around 14 kilometers to the border, so around 7 to 8 miles to the border with Nicaragua. And today we cross it. After 5 months, 3,500 miles, we are crossing the border to Nicaragua so I can have that fresh cup of coffee. So we're excited, we're wrapping up. It is around 7 in the morning, and we'll be at my grandma's house by noon. So let's get it.
The last 25 miles to make it to Nicaragua. Nicaraguan license plates. We are so close, I can taste the coffee, baby.
It took us a long time, over 2 hours, to get through the Nicaraguan border, but finally we were able to make it through. And to our surprise, a group of cyclists from Ocotal was waiting for us at the border. This picture you see right here are all the cyclists that go mountain biking in my grandma's town, and they biked all the way up to the border to wait for us, and they waited for a couple hours. So these guys are amazing. After we linked up together, we all said hi, and I was thrilled. The feeling I had about achieving my goal is indescribable. We got on our bikes and we started to ride down. It was about a 20-mile bike ride down to my grandma's house. But this feeling is insane. I spent over 5 months in the road, 3,500 miles, over 120,000 feet of elevation gain. And the dream of mine that I had once, that I thought it was crazy, I was able to achieve.
Que llegaron sin ninguna novedad, ¿verdad? ¿Valiente usted? Sí. Hola. Qué lindo.